Okay, first start with some clean hands. Start by taking a white ball of clay and then roll it out. Now take anything that has the circumference of the plate that you'd like to use for your cookies, whether that be a random object or a cookie cutter, and then cut out the circle for your plate. Then take anything that has a smaller circumference and place that in the middle. I'm just using the bottom of this little round jar. Just go ahead and bake this to your package instructions. Next, just go ahead and take some brown clay and roll it into a snake. Go ahead and bake this according to your package instructions. I'm going to do mine for about 10 minutes. And to save time, you can bake this along with the plate. So while you're waiting for those, you're going to want to start making your cookie dough. And you're going to need 3 colors for this. Your largest is going to be your white. Your second biggest is going to be translucent, and then the smallest is going to be yellow, and this is just to give it a little tint. You don't want too much of it. So go ahead and mix those together. So when you're done with it, you're gonna have this very, very light beige, this light yellow tint. Here's a ball of white clay just for comparison. Snakes are done baking, just go ahead and take them out. They should be nice and stiff. Then go ahead and take a blade. I'm going to be using this longer blade and chop them up. Just start taking your dough and mixing in the chocolate chips. Go ahead and roll this cookie dough into a log. And once you're ready, just go ahead and cut out as many cookies as you'd like. If you find that your log is deforming, then feel free to stick this in the freezer for about 3 to 5 minutes to harden it up. It really shouldn't matter though, because we're going to be reshaping them anyways. Roll those into small balls and then go ahead and flatten them into a cookie shape. I do this by just pressing down on the edges. And there you go. And if you feel like any of them need extra chips in them, just take any leftovers you have and stick them into the clay. And now here comes my favorite part, shading and texturing. You always want to texture first, because with pastels, if you texture after, you are going to ruin the color. So you're going to take a ball of aluminum foil and press it into the clay. After that, just go ahead and take a toothbrush and dab it on top. I'm going to be using 4 colors. This peach skin tone one right here, this tan golden yellow right here, and then brown and black. I'm also going to be using a flat brush. You always want to make sure that your brush is very, very clean, especially if you used it for shading beforehand, because this is where we really get to making the cookies look more realistic. So I'm taking the lightest color and I'm dusting that over the top. Darker colors, you want to start off around the edge and work your way towards the middle. And for the black, I'm going to head over to a much thinner brush. That way we're just a little bit more accurate with only getting the edges. You can just see such a difference from the back of the cookie to the front of the cookie. Here's the dough that we started with. Now I'm just taking my plate, and you can see there's a lot of excess here on the side. I'm going to take my X-acto knife and trim that away. I've already added 2 layers of glaze onto this plate. I still don't think it's shiny enough for my liking, so I'm going to go ahead and add 1 more layer of glaze. Just start stacking your cookies onto the plate, and you can secure these a number of ways. You can either use super glue like I am, you can use the glaze to seal it in, or you can use Sculpey Bacon Bond and then put it into the oven, but I don't really recommend that option because you can burn your pieces. Once you figure out how you like it, go ahead and secure it. And then the last thing that I'm going to do is very, very lightly glaze over the top of the cookies, and then later go in with a smaller, more finer brush and then reglaze the chocolate chip.